All right, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. So, winding down the time that you have to use the promo code Johnny to save $100 on this bike. This is a Yasul S1M. I'm pretty close to telling you how much weight I've lost. I should probably just tell you. I'm pretty close to, I think I'm 7 or 8 pounds I've lost. Now, I didn't really do it to lose weight. That was just one of the side benefits. I just want to be in shape, you know. So, anyway, this bike is amazing. Like, let me give you an example. I can be in France, a couple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different spots in China, New Zealand, Canada, 2 more spots in China. And then Winter Forrest, and Switzerland, which I've done. But Winter Forrest is only a 30-minute ride. This is perfect. We're going to do a 30-minute ride in Winter Forrest. It's going to be weird because it's going to be snowing and such. And then I'm going to jump in the pool, and then we're going to end this video. Big shout out to my friend Chris. You're a rock star, dude. For real. All right, so here we go. I'm keeping the resistance the same. First thing I'm looking at, I'm taking off. All right, so it appears like I'm in the woods and I'm on this snowy trail. And there is nobody else here. There's a bunch of names, but nobody's burned any calories yet. All right, so it's snowy. It's like, I used to mountain bike in the snow all the time. In fact, this is really cool. I was on the front page of the paper in Burlington, Vermont, in the mid-90s, a long time ago. Me and my friend Rock. If you see this, Rock, I love you and I miss you, dude. This dude lived upstairs for me. And I did everything. I did. We did a lot of stuff together. He was just a good guy. But we mountain bike together. We went snowboarding together. He's just a really good dude. But in the wintertime, what we did was we took a set of tires off our mountain bikes, and we got a bunch of a bunch of screws, like wood screws, and we screwed one through the center of every knob on these mountain biking tires. Then we took sealant, I don't know what kind of caulk it was, but we coated the inside of once all the screws were in place. Coated them with this like a sealant. Oh, I'm going down this super steep hill. Oh, it's stairs. Cool. I'm going down the stairs. Pretty unrealistic because I would be flying down these stairs. But still pretty cool looking. Anyway, coated the inside of the tire over the nails with this caulking so they wouldn't poke through and hit the tube. Then once they were dry, we put the tubes back in, put them on the bikes. We had studded snow tires. And I mean, it was a ball. The way we got on the front page of the paper, it was one day, I don't know if it was January or February, it was bitter cold. I lived on a lake, Lake Champlain. So, one day he and I took the bikes out. It was a day where it was snowing and bitter cold. The wind was howling. And we went out on the lake. Didn't have helmets. Had goggles, and I had this breathing mask. You've seen them for 2 different things in this front. That and goggles. And we went out on the lake. And the kind of grip you could get on the lake with these tires was bizarre. You could corner, at a high rate of speed, you could just corner, lay the bike down. Anyway, we biked out for probably an hour with the wind in our face. And I mean, the wind was howling. We were getting down as low as we could, fighting the wind. We went out a long time. Then we stopped and we turned around and came back, and the kind of speed you could get with the wind at your back was unbelievable. But we just were out biking around on the Lake Champlain, and reporters saw us. To this dude's credit, but he was is an all-star. If you see this dude, he's exactly 10 years older than me. So when I met him, like, I was in my 20s. So he was in his 30s. So I've known him a really long time. And I'm like, I got into mountain biking. He did, and everywhere I went, that dude went with me. Trails just like this. Went mountain biking in the wintertime. It was crazy. Here's a problem with those tires. They must have added, oh my God, it made the tires so heavy, the bike was it was a tank. But man, it was fun. But if you take the snow away, this just looks like every trail I ever rode on when I was a younger man. So I'm not really killing it with cadence, I'm just chilling out. I'm just taking a nice chill ride. Yesterday, man, the resistance is on 37. It was on 33 when I started like a week ago. Or it's been 33 the whole time. And I put it up to 37 yesterday and went. What I did was, the prior day I did 20 miles in 1 hour. I'm gonna bike for an hour. Let's see how far I can go in an hour. And I went for an hour and went for 20.1 miles. Well, the next day, I kind of just set out to beat that. Today, I'm just getting a nice, easy ride just to get some exercise in. But yesterday, I was trying to beat that record. But I moved the resistance up. It says 36, now it's down to 36. It was 33% since I got it. Now it says 36%, but still it's up 3 now from what it was. And I pushed it really hard. And I got 20.7 miles in an hour. But this morning when I woke up, I was like, I could feel it. But this is beautiful. But I logged a lot. Man, when I was a kid, when I met this guy, Doug, we had a lot of fun together. I mean, we used to, me, him, Todd, a few others, I won't name the others, Adam. But we'd bike, and from where I lived, it was like legit 20 miles to bike from where I lived to the bike park. It was just a park for people to walk around in, but man, it was a bike park. Berms everywhere, a lot of, oh man. It was amazing. It was crazy. Just got started, didn't have any money. So I bought a cheap Univega Rover Sport or something. It was the cheapest Univega they had. But I wanted to get out on it. Well, I get hit by a car one day. I had a lot of fun on it. I was biking to work one day. Had my feet locked in. I was going down a hill. And I don't know how long the bike ride was. It was probably mile-wise. Maybe only 5 miles. But I was flying. I was going, it was a mountain bike. So the handles were like this, but not down like this. But I was going fast, going to work. And a person sped up. I was on the shoulder, side of the road. And there are driveways everywhere, but usually if a car is going to pull, you know. Anyway, I was biking along and this car pulled up really fast past me and immediately got on their brakes and turned in, and I couldn't stop. And I was going fast. I locked them up, hit the car, went over the back of their car, and my bike frame was broken. I didn't know it was broken at the time. So it was not riding right, but the frame was cracked. And I sat on the bike. It was all messed up. I had like a mile to go to get to work. I got on the bike. I don't even remember what happened with the woman. It was a woman that hit me, but I don't remember if we didn't exchange any information, but I remember looking right at her. Anyhow, I got on the bike and I had to reach down and put my foot because I couldn't do it, and I locked my foot in. They weren't biking shoes; they just had clamps where you just ratchet them down. But it wasn't biking sneakers. I was just wearing sneakers. So I pedaled basically with one foot to work because my right leg hurt. My right ankle hurt so bad. So I get to work and I find out that I had to cut my sneaker off my foot. It was so swollen. I just cut them off. It was. They were Chuck Taylors. Cut the zippers, then I cut the back, so it's easier to get my foot out. My foot was like that. I broke my ankle. But the good news is I broke the bike. So I emailed them, and because the bike had a lifetime warranty, now you got to remember this was the cheapest frame that they made for mountain biking. So when I told them what happened, corresponded with them, they said, well, for $50 more, you could have an Alpina Ultima frame instead, which was the best frame they made for mountain biking at the time. I was like, $50 is nothing. So I had this really great setup all of a sudden. But I had cheap Shimano gear. And a buddy of mine named Aram, who I was texting yesterday, for real, hey dude, if you see this, I've known him since I was 19, but I was texting him yesterday. Man, on my birthday, must have been my 22nd birthday. Look that way. Excuse me. On my 22nd birthday, it's snowy and beautiful here. I wake up on my birthday. It was the day before my birthday. And my bike was gone. I didn't have bike locks. I just put it on my porch. I wake up one day, I go outside, my bike's gone. Someone stole my bike. And this is when I had the Ultima frame. It had Dior components, Shimano Dior. The next day, I was all bummed out by my bike got stolen. I was like, oh, yeah. Because a thief's a bummer, you know? So the next day, I wake up and it was my birthday. My bike was back on the porch. It said, happy birthday, buddy. From Aram. The scoundrel stole my bike, brought it to a bike shop, had all the Dior components taken off, and bought Shimano Dior XT. He took off had a BioPace 2 gear thing put on it. He might have even putting different tires on it. But it was back at my house on my birthday and said, happy birthday, buddy. To this day, he's like a really good friend of mine. Swear to goodness, I was texting him yesterday. All right, so he's gone for like 10 minutes. Let me tell you, one day I was biking with him. He was one of the guys we mountain biked with all the time. In fact, earlier I said Adam, I meant Aram. Aram was just a hilarious guy. I wrote a book where he's a significant part of it, but He's a great guy, and we were biking, always biking around. He was like, he got a bike because he wanted to hang out with us, you know. And that I watched that dude like lose 30 pounds in like a month. He just got from a guy that was kind of chubbier side to all of a sudden a beanpole. But he was so much fun. The greatest laugh. I was talking about him with Tom yesterday. One thing that Tommy said about him, we love him. He's a great audience because if you say something funny, he has the greatest laugh that you'll ever hear. He's just a really great guy. But anyway, we were biking one day in Burlington, Vermont. I don't remember what street we were going down, but it is a steep, steep hill going down towards the lake. Mind you, we never ever put a helmet on. No pads. This was gnarly. We were going about as fast. I would imagine, hang on, let me get a drink of water here. We were probably going, I'm gonna direct him to watch this video so he can tell me his thoughts. We were going down this hill. Be willing to bet you he was going 35, maybe 38. We were going fast and accelerating. I think he had an 18 speed. He was getting on it. Feet locked in. And we're going down this hill as fast as we could. And his chain came off. It broke while we were riding. And he went bam, just like that. Just the fastest face plant you could ever imagine. Only his face didn't hit. But he slid and tumbled. And I'm telling you, angels, lucky, grace of God, a miracle. He didn't hit his head. He looked like he was just covered with road rash. Road rash everywhere. Bleeding everywhere. Huge patches on his hip, on his leg, elbows, hands. He didn't take a shot in the computer though. We took him to the hospital. I had so much fun with that guy. If you knew how much fun I had with him. Some wicked funny stories. One day we're in his apartment in South Burlington, downtown Burlington. He had a great apartment. We had so much fun there. One day we're sitting out there looking out the window. We weren't even saying anything. We weren't even talking. We both just looked out the window. It was a beautiful day. Tons of stuff going on outside. And a really, really beautiful woman was walking across the street and sneezed. At the exact same time, we said, "Bless you." She looked up and laughed. You know, we get heat for that. It's like we've gotten to a place where you can't give a woman a compliment. You can't say a woman is a beautiful woman, or she looks beautiful that day, or she's dressed nicely, because they go after you. We need to bring back the compliment. You know what I mean? We've lost that. I don't know. I remember a moment, I can't remember where I was, but I'll never forget this. There was a woman walking near me. We were going towards the door. I opened the door and held it open for her. And she stood there and she gave me a look like I had, said something just horrible to her. And I said, and she goes, "You don't think I can get this door on my own?" I said, "Hey, I'm so sorry." So I walked through it. She waited until the door was closed and then opened it herself. I wasn't trying to hook up with her. I was just trying to be a gentleman. That's how my dad raised me. And we've gotten to a point now where it's weird. It's like being a guy is not okay. It's not okay to be a man. We need to bring that back somehow, I think. I was watching I was watching a news report. It was a debate on TV about a very hot topic at the time. Actually, it's still a hot topic. I'm not going to bring it up because it'll become the topic. However, one of the women on the panel looked dead in the middle of the camera and said, "I would never consider marrying a man that wasn't capable of killing another man." And I get that. You know? I don't know. We've gotten to a place where, I don't know. Weird time we're living in. So, I've only gone about, the cadence is much slower today. I'm not pushing it. I'm chilling out. I've only gone 6 miles. Got about 13 and a half minutes left. Nice leisurely ride. And so here's a funny thing. If you were really riding on this, because you can take mountain bikes on snowy paths. Trust me, I did it. It bogs you. It's not an easy thing to do. In fact, really, the only time I ever really went mountain biking in the wintertime were on sidewalks. And then until I put studded tires. When I got the studded tires, I went on the lake a bunch. Boy, that was fun. I'm sure he has. I'm positive. In fact, I know he does. He has a copy of that newspaper. I could probably get a picture of it. It's a great picture. So this is a much easier pace than yesterday. I'm just totally chilling out. I'm not pushing it. The cadence is around in mid 70s, low 80s. I'm just really kind of just chilling out compared to yesterday. Yesterday, that pace, it was hard. It felt really good. I've got 12 minutes left, and then we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to jump in the pool and call it a day. But we're very close to the end of this promotion for this bike. And the weird thing is that what's going to happen is the promotion is going to stop. And somebody's going to see this video a month from now and go, man, I want that bike. You have to understand that the bike's, it's supposed to be $899. There's a sale price on it right now for $499, which if you just stop there, right there, it's crazy. If you go to the website and you click bike and then you scroll down and look at a comparison side by side between this bike, the Peloton, and the NordicTrack, what you're going to find out is a couple significant differences. Oh no, my camera's heating up. All right, so I'm going to keep pedaling, but my phone is overheating. Anyway, what happens? You know what I was telling you? Oh yeah, this. I'm not going to tilt it towards you. It's a screen. It's a 21.5-inch high definition screen. All right. The NordicTrack has a 22-inch screen. The only real difference between this and the Peloton is that this has 2 speakers in the front. The Peloton has, this has 4. The Peloton has 2. The other significant difference is the monthly app for this. Okay, the price difference. This is $499. The Peloton is $15.99, I think, or $15.45 or $15.55 or something like that. And the NordicTrack is even more. The monthly, there's an app that you download. It's $9.95 a month. All right? Best app in the world. I can go all over the place. I've had so much fun with it. The app for the NordicTrack is $39 a month. That's what the monthly app is for them. So I've said this before. I don't know how much time has gone by because the phone is overheating. I'm trying to There, I'll hide it from the heat for a little bit. See if it'll cool down. Here's a problem. I can't tell now how long I've been riding. I wish I could cool my phone down. This is the first time that's happened. Isn't it weird that would happen today? I've done hour-long rides out here and that didn't happen. All right, so I can't tell how long I've been riding. And the phone is overheating, so the app is now. That's one problem, all right? There's one problem. If your phone overheats, it disconnects you. Now, I assume when my phone goes back to, and it's no longer overheating, it's gonna take back where I left off. It won't show the work I've done in between. Anyhow, if you use promo code Johnny, you can get this bike. Instead of paying $499, you can get it for $399. I'm telling you, I think just the raw materials, the screen, the speakers, the frame, the wheel, just the whole setup, just the raw materials. I don't know how they're making any money. So people a month from now are going to see this and go, oh, I want to get that. And they're not going to be able to because I don't know how long this is going to last. So, but boy, get one. All right, my phone's overheating. I'm going to stop. Look, so you know I'm not kidding. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it. Do you see it? It says overheating. I hope you can see that. Anyhow, I'm gonna remove my clothing and get into the pool because I've earned it. But seriously, if you're thinking about getting a bike, I mean, look, man, if you want to get a Peloton or a NordicTrack, the most important thing I think is just to move your body more. And you don't even have to get one of these. You can just find some stairs and walk up them. In fact, I got a driveway. That would be a great workout if you didn't have something like this. But you know, if you're thinking about getting a bike at all, if it's crossed your mind even a little bit, please do what I asked, what I suggested, and kind of go to the website and just kind of do a side-by-side comparison of the Peloton, the NordicTrack. Is it NordicTrack? Yeah, I think it's NordicTrack. But if you go to the website and you compare, there, let me straighten that out. If you compare the three, and you look at the real differences, I mean, if you're really gonna buy one, you can't wear it out. I've used it a lot. Every single time I've sat on it, I've turned on the camera and filmed it. So you can see how many times I've used it. Showing no wear at all. It's just like it was the first time I sat on it. It's an amazing bike. So if you're thinking about getting in shape, that's a really great one. But just know that I'll have to go back and look at when the first one was because it's only a month long, a 30-day long promo. Here's the truth of it. If you don't use the promo and you just buy it for $4.99, it's still stealing. I mean, you can buy 3 of them for what it costs for one Peloton. So buy 2. Buy one for you, one for your friend, and pocket $500. That's what it would be. Or you can just buy one Peloton. I don't know. Some people really need a name. I don't know. Pretty proud of that, Yusul. It works. I'm losing weight. Weight's falling off me. I feel good. What's your something I was going to tell you? Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Listen, in the description box, you're going to see a link for Yusul. S1M. Boy, I don't know how many days are left on it, but when I emailed my connection there, I mean, I'll have to go back and look. It's a 30-day promotion thing. So if you're thinking about doing it and you're able to do it, I promise you, you won't be disappointed. I give you my word on that. So you'll see them in the description box right here. That's my son, Johnny Jr. Check out his channel. He's great. He's hilarious. Tommy Scoble, my brother there. Challenge is there. And if you're brand new to the game of chilies and you're really trying to dive in, and thank you for everybody who's come over from Super Hot on Hulu and Disney Plus, the spicy world of pepper people, that's pepperology. This next season, we're all going to eat peppers together, right? Let's do it together. I'm Johnny Scoble, and this was Chase the Heat.